Welcome to Shooting the Shit episode 170. What is it? 76. We're live streaming on aerithradio.co.uk and YouTube's probably. It should be. Everything says it is, so hopefully it is. Now, I've not got any game news because I've been a bit lazy and I've seen a couple of articles that caught my eye. So no games. No games. I've got a couple of things. Just a couple of things. Right, no one cares about that. Yeah, but he's stupid, man. Anyone that cares about Fallout at this point is just something wrong with them. Fallout 4 was a fucking disaster. It was just shit. I don't know. The dog to me was the best bit. Like, I wish it was a cat, but. Oh yeah, there is that, but that's not the dog's fault. It's like the programmers, because they can't look. The only reason Fallout is any good is if you mod it, and it's always been that way. It's like, I don't know. It's just it crashes all the time. Fucks, like maybe when it comes down in price and there's a year or two worth of mods for it, like maybe then, but I fucking hated Fallout 4. I just couldn't get into it. I played about an hour and a half and I was like, nah, fuck this is fucking shit. It didn't have any of the old style dialogue option choices that were any good. It just felt shit. It was right. Well, seemingly, the news is that it's going to be a MMO online, so it's going to be even worse. No, it seemingly that's what it's going to be. It's going to be one of the survival online multiplayer things, like Ark. Right. Yeah. There's a lot of them. There's loads of them. Okay. 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die, maybe? That was one of the popular ones. There's H1Z1. There's Right. That's what Fallout's meant to be, something like that. Seemingly. Right, the proper ones. Yeah, I don't think they will. It's that game studio. I don't know. Right, but they just, every single game they put out is crap until the mods get put into it and then they fix the game. Like, it's madness. So no, unless you play consoles, then maybe, like, I think they do mods for consoles now as well. I'm not sure, but before they didn't. And the vanilla games that they put out are not good. Like, oh yeah, definitely. I got it on the PC because a lot of people, I waited like 2 or 3 weeks and a lot of people were saying it was good, so I went and got it, and I hated it. And I've never went back to it, even though you can mod it now. When I was playing it, you couldn't. But now that the mods are out, I've not even done it now. I just got bored and never played it. So, that's all I've got to say to the Fallout thing. E3, I don't know. It's stuff. I'm not excited about it. Like, just meh. There's maybe a PlayStation 5, possibly, that's going to use the AMD Ryzen GPUs with the Vega, Ryzen CPUs with the Vega GPU. No, you are getting it. Like, no, you. Well, I mean, okay. I was thinking, no, we're definitely. I thought you meant we as like a thing. But there's no point in that PS5 because you can buy a PS5 off the shelf just about right now anyway. You just buy the Ryzen 5 with the Vega GPU in it, whack that in your computer. There you go, done. That's your PlayStation 5, pretty much. Although it'll be tweaked and shit. But yeah, right, yo, there you go. Probably. Okay. Everything sounds great. That's good. Don't have to fuck about with volume levels and all that shit. It's all done. It's fucking perfect. Excellent. Right, so do you see the topics? Oh, hang on. You guys were not getting listened to on the YouTube. I wonder why. Hang on, give me a minute. Just noticed that.
30 seconds.
I think there you go. Speak.
Me?
There you go.
There.
Yeah, that's it. Guys, I fixed it. Sorry, YouTube.
Yay!
You have failed me for the last time.
To be honest, right? To be really honest, I think, right, that they should not be on the YouTube anyway. They should be on the radio because the radio works.
I know.
So
I know that's what you think.
So no, it's not what I think. So it should happen.
What's too bad?
There you go.
Nobody can know about Aerith Radio anyways because you're shadow banned.
Check the website out. Check the fucking website out. You should. The only reason I'm using YouTube is for advertisement, basically, and that and games maybe. But yeah, go for the radio show.
Basically, the point is, anything that's too hot for YouTube happens after we go off YouTube. You have no idea what kind of debauched behaviour goes on later.
Right, yeah, there's that too. But yeah, it's a radio
there's
show.
There's a fucking cat game as well.
Right.
It's a fucking cat game on Twitch. You're gonna watch that, you fuckers.
On Twitch and YouTube, we have it. That's the other thing that I use YouTube for. The games.
Well, basically, you have to listen to us because then when we start speaking on this thing, we'll play the cat game, and then you can watch that fucker.
Yeah. And it's on.
That's how it works.
It's on Twitch and Mixer and YouTube all at the same time. So you've got free choices of things. If you hate YouTube, you could watch it on Twitch. If you hate Twitch, which are pretty bad too, there is Mixer, which is Microsoft. So if you hate Microsoft, basically, if you hate Google,
if you hate everyone, you're pretty you're probably not even here anyway.
Right.
I mean, well, that's what Aerith Radio is for.
Yeah.
Unless you hate the cat as well, in which case you're probably not using the internet at this point. You're an old hermit living in a cave. In which case we don't need you.
Yeah.
We don't need you. I mean, literally, you wouldn't know that anyway because you're a hermit in a cave.
Exactly. Anyway, so right, so E3 is a thing that's going to happen at some point. But I don't care. I'm bored of games. They're all the same now. So
I've never cared about E3 since about 1998 when Duke Nukem Forever and fucking Prey were announced, and that didn't happen.
Right.
Not that year either. It's a massive disappointment when they finally came out. So yeah, I've never given a shit. People get all excited about it. It's an industry junket anyway. It's not really about consumers have a look at all our shit, right?
Yeah, I loved the. I went to one here that I can't remember.
Go to Las Vegas, chill your fucking whatever, bang hookers and play blackjack.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right, and they have parties.
That's all you need.
Well, they have parties with the journalists as well. Remember?
Yes.
They all get pissed up and high together. The game devs and the journalists.
The hashtag that shall not speak its name.
Yeah, and yeah, so they all show off their games to journalists, and the journalists all go, and then they all go, hey, we've got a big party later tonight, you come in, free drinks and shit, probably cocaine and hookers and
sexual advances that because there's money involved don't end up becoming a problem until later, where you get accused of rape.
Yeah,
where frankly something like that, probably there's all kinds of fucking shenanigans going on that wouldn't have happened if you were sober.
Right.
Or even just off your tits and cocaine.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never had it, so I don't know what happens. I'm pretty sure you get white stuff all over you, and you start firing machine guns. You go, say hello to my little friend, and you start shooting everyone. Like that's all I know about it. Anyway, so this article, right, I seen this, I thought this was interesting, and since I'm Scottish, I'm just like, no,
you've got to do it, obviously.
That's pretty good. So scientists plan a DNA hunt for the Loch Ness monster. I don't know why they call it Loch Ness monster. It's the Loch Ness monster, you retards. Try spell. Did any of these journalists actually go to fucking like English?
Well, you don't need to say the Loch Ness monster. It's kind of implicit, really. So you may be being a bit harsh.
To be fair,
you know, in Latin they didn't have any distinction between A and V. That's a distinction that came later in language. They did perfectly well without it. They ran a fucking empire for years. I think we can infer what it's supposed to be here. It's fine.
That's not the point.
It is the point. The point is it's
proper. No, if you're getting paid to write shit. No, if you're getting paid to write shit, you should put in the Loch Ness monster because it's more correct.
Fine, you go and complain to Reuters about that.
I'm not going to fuck them. I don't give a shit. I just think they're all pieces of shit anyway. So it says here, London returners return REUTERS.
That's Reuters. I just said Reuters. Right. Thomson Reuters. They do the news, mostly financial shit, right? They're basically all their news stuff is around pretty much about finance and other stuff, because obviously that's all basically important shit, because that's stuff that traders are gonna make decisions on. So Reuters is all about fucking finance stuff.
Well, you'd know about that.
You've also got Bloomberg that do similar thing. Yeah, well, exactly, right. So it's Reuters, Thomson Reuters, technically.
Right, it's London.
At some point they join together. Anyway, the point is, yes, it's Reuters.
Right,
so for your future information, you now know how to say the name and you know who they are.
Reuters, right? Yeah, London Reuters. Basically, it says a global team of scientists plan to scour the icy depths of Loch Ness next month using environmental DNA. So I don't know why it would be icy, because it's pretty fucking hot up here right now. So next month will probably be. I think
they mean. Well, the water's still gonna be icy, because like the deep. Obviously, it's always the thing is like, oh, Nessie's out there, but she's got to be deep, right?
Right.
So you know the water is going to be icy, regardless of what time of year it is. Like deeper you go,
well,
obviously, Loch Ness is really fucking deep.
No, is the deeper you go, does it not get
no
hotter? depending on how deep.
You'd have to be no.
Like you don't, but they've got the
The main thing
things.
the main thing that is giving the heat is sun. Like you'd have to be going down to geothermal vents or something for the water then start being hot. It's cold because it's getting less sunlight. Sunlight is the main source of energy in order to cause the temperature to rise.
Right, but you get
and obviously water is essentially insulation, right?
Yeah.
In order for the energy to penetrate down further, that's lovely. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's how much I care, dude. That's just how much I care, right? I'm just
it's the same reason why it's dark, right?
Right.
Look at it that way. It's the same reason why it's dark.
Yeah, so it will get colder, maybe.
And it doesn't take. It's like there's like a good mile or so of sky above that, and you can see the sun through that. You don't have to go down too far.
So why are fish not
frozen?
frozen?
Fish are frozen. I see them in the supermarket all the time.
Right.
I didn't say it's frozen. I said it's colder. It's not going to be. It's not literal ice at the bottom. I'm just saying it's not going to get any warmer.
Oh, I know. I was being a dick. Right. So.
But you can purchase frozen food. I don't know if they've got that in Scotland yet, but you'll catch up with the rest of the world at some point.
No, we definitely do. We probably discovered that shit. It's fucking so cold over here.
Well, I imagine you probably just deep fry a box of fish fingers rather than take them out.
Actually, no, we have
coat the entire box of cats and bird's eye fish fingers.
No, we have really good salmon up here.
And shove it in a. I know you do. I know Scotland has an excellent reputation for their fishing, right? Mm-hmm. That's why they get so angry with fucking Norway and stuff coming along into the North Sea.
Well, that's because Norway isn't part of the EU, so the EU sanctions on the fishing don't affect Norway. So Norway just fucking go into our territory and take
Scotland,
all the shit.
Scotland can. It's like, well, now we can. Now we're not part of the EU either. We'll just send out a fucking navy.
Right.
Norway's not going to have a fucking chance against the Royal Navy.
No, but that's not happened yet. So, but that was one of the things.
Now.
Yeah, hopefully.
It will fucking now. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. But that was one of the major things of a lot of the Scottish fishing people saying they wanted out the EU was because of that, basically. They were throwing dead fish back. That's how bad it is. They're catching fish in the nets, right? Because you can't just.
You basically it's like this whole nonsense with the Butter Mountain and they pay them to overfish and overproduce butter in these Butter Mountains and all that kind of bullshit. It's like, this is madness, utter madness, just to keep French farmers happy.
You can't pick and choose what fish get caught in the net, right? And there's quotas on how much fish you take back to shore. So when you're dragging in their nets, there's dead fish in the nets and they have to throw them back. Like, how insane is that?
Insanity. It's complete and utter insanity.
How fucking retarded is that?
Like, it's a little retarded, but at least they're like, the fish don't go to waste, really, because
his point is all that fish does go to waste.
It does.
No, they throw it back in the ocean. No, it doesn't.
No, it's dead. It's dead though.
Yeah, it's dead.
But it doesn't go to waste.
The problem is,
back in the ocean. All the other ocean creatures will eat that.
Eventually.
What are you talking about
eventually.
But the thing is, if you just ate what was
it's like if I took a bite of an apple and decided I didn't want it and threw it on the ground. That's not wasting the apple.
Right, but this is more like shoveling up an orchard and saying, well, I didn't want those pears, I'll throw them away.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just took a smaller portion with all the things that are already in there, right, the rest of it can recover. This is the problem with why should you have line caught tuna and stuff? It's like it's too fucking late by the point that you go, all right, well, I had to throw back all the ones that I didn't want. I'll go and catch out a whole load more fish. And you just keep doing that. And go, I've trawled the entire fucking ocean, took all the fish I wanted and got rid of the rest. Okay, why are there no more fish anymore?
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Exactly, it's dead. It can no longer be any sustainable. It doesn't sustain anything. It's just a retarded, like, nah.
It's just the way it's very simple. You go and catch some shit, and if people like, oh, I don't know what type of fish is this, you say, well, it's a delicious fish, and it's going to cost you £50, and then people go, well, this fish must be pretty good. It costs £50, and then they'll go and eat it. And they'll get a taste for it, and that's how it works.
Well, right? That's why they're selling. That's why they're selling. In fish shops, they sell it as haddock, but it's fucking catfish from Vietnam.
Well, yes, I mean, this is the problem, right?
And it tastes similar.
The great British dish of fish and chips.
I like catfish.
Right? Well, there you see.
Right,
well,
but
this is the whole,
I'm selling
I'm
selling it to you as not a catfish. Right.
Well, you shouldn't. I'd buy it as a catfish.
Right.
But I'd buy it as a catfish because I love catfish.
Right,
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Oh, fuck me.
But this is the point about people's attitude towards what they're eating. It's like if they don't know what it is, or they haven't heard of it, or it's not branded with a fucking face of a fish on it, it's like they won't eat it.
Right,
but it's perfectly good food.
Right, but it's still a bit of a con to sell it as something that it's not. Like that's bullshit.
That's a con.
Remember, you wouldn't know this.
Sell it at what it is, considering.
No, well, you wouldn't know this, but on the continent, right? Eating horse is not uncommon, right? Cheval in France. Like,
hi Tesco.
Yeah, I've heard that.
They'll tell the tourists
hi Tesco.
But it is.
Hi Tesco.
Right?
If Tesco want an ad,
horse.
If Tesco want an ad, I loved your horse burgers when they were a thing. They were great. Just saying.
Yeah. Do you remember? Because a few years ago, there's this whole scandal about beef being contaminated with horse meat from, I think it was some Eastern European country where basically somehow horse meat ended up in fucking like frozen mince pies and fucking shepherd's pies and whatever else bits.
You have to tell people what's in their food.
No, you're missing the fucking point, which is people went fucking mental. Oh, we can't have horse in there. It's like, what about the safety concerns? It's like there's people all over the fucking continent eating the horse. It's not like it's not like it's inherently dangerous. It's just.
But you can't lie to people about what's in their food.
I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should lie to people.
Well, that's
about
why people were mad. I would be mad.
That's not what I'm saying.
If I ate a horse meat,
what I'm saying is,
I would be more mad that they didn't tell me what it was.
Right, but my point is, it's not about lying to people about the food. The point is how people reacted. Like, somehow this is now, like, poison. But it's not. It wasn't poisonous. It wasn't going to kill anyone.
But I would be just as mad and probably react that way too, but not because it's horse meat, because they were lying to me about what's in my food.
No, but you missed the point. That wasn't the thing that was brought up. Most people's reaction was basically, oh, well, this must be like this is gonna kill people or some shit like that. Well, it wasn't.
Okay, I'm back.
The whole reason why I bring this up is because to go back to the fish. The point is, all that stuff that gets thrown away is perfectly edible. Probably 99% of it. There's probably some things that you couldn't eat, but we don't sell it because people have got very narrow blinkers about what type of things they eat.
Yeah, well,
and that's one of the problems.
It's actually the same with the sell-by date and stuff. Usually food's fine even after it.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
And it gets chucked out the shops. And
basically, does it smell alright? When you buy that shit, that's how you tell. But if it smells funny, it's like don't fucking eat it. It's
we used to get off beer out of the back of the shop. They used to chuck like cans of beer and shit out, and rolls and shit, and sometimes
always buy the stuff that's about to go out of date.
You're right, you know. But when I was like fucking, fuck knows,
I buy
15 or something, right? We used to go into the back where they stopped it now. They mash everything up now because they knew about it. But in the bins, they used to have this big fucking bin outside, and they used to pack it with all the out of date shit. and we used to go in there for a rummage sometimes, and we found fucking bags of like beer cans, like massive bin bags full of them, and we were getting pissed on that, and we sold some to one of my mate's big brothers, and when he found out that it was where we got it from, he was fucking after us for a couple of weeks, and he finally caught us and booted the shit out of us. Like, he was going nuts. He's like, you little bastards, fucking sell me off beer. He's fucking going nuts. But yeah, it wasn't off, it was fine. We were like, did it get you pissed? He was like, oh, it's not the point, you little pricks. Fucking, yeah.
The point is, it's just a random date that's been put on with a conservative estimate.
Well, they have to have a date on it to be able to take it off the shelves. But I know at Kroger's, they put like stuff that's like past date or like right on the date or whatever. They put it on sale, and I like to go over there and get that. But then they'll take it from there. If nobody buys it, they'll take it from there and they donate the meat. They freeze it.
Right. Sometimes sometimes, I mean, that's a recent thing where they say, "Oh, actually, we donate for it," because I think there was a legal thing in this country.
There definitely was. You couldn't sell it.
Like you couldn't give it away. This is about giving the shit away, right? It's like, oh right, well, there's people starving. No, you can't give it away. Well, it's basically perfectly fine food.
That's
it's basically perfectly fine food.
That's
okay. Well, you see, this is what basically fine food that they can't give away to people who are hungry.
Yeah,
that's how ridiculous it is.
It all gets chucked away.
Well, Kroger's donates it. I asked because they were taking some of it away, and they're like, we can't sell this anymore because you know it's this far past the date or whatever it was. And then, but it looked fine. Like the meat looked fine. It wasn't brown and gross.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And so I asked what they did with it, and he said, "Oh, will we freeze it and donate it?"
Right. They actually crush this shit now. They crush it all up, munch it. They munch it all up, and it goes into like a big waste disposal unit thing now. It's weird, but it used to just go into the bins, and that's when we stored it. But no,
Well, the reason that they smash it up is so that instead of buying the beer from them, people will wait for it to go out. Because at the fabric store I work at, when I have fabric that's damaged or something that I have to throw it away, we have to chop it up with our scissors. We chop it up, so when we throw it out, people just can't sneak back there to try to get that stuff instead of buying it from us.
Right. Well, that's why they did it.
It's bad for business. People just waiting for what you throw out.
Right. But it's bullshit.
You could just sell the offcuts, right, for cheap.
Well, we do. But if something's like really damaged.
Well, if it's so damaged nobody could use it.
Well, I mean, it'll have like a big stain on it. So we like discard it. We put it in our discard. So this got a big stain on it, so it's discard. But people will still probably try to like steal it because maybe they can use a little portion of it or something, or use it stained. So we chop it up.
Right.
I know what the cat's gonna say. We're not actually talking about the Loch Ness monster in any slight way.
No, right. So these guys, basically a global team of scientists, plan to scour the Loch Ness next month using environmental DNA, eDNA, in brackets for some reason, and an experiment that may discover whether Scotland's fabled monster really does or did exist. It's probably maybe, but possibly.
Probably not.
Probably.
No, it was most likely some of the stuff was like mistaken for something else.
Well, what's more likely? It's Scotland, a land of drunks. A drunk man seeing something that isn't really there, or a massive prehistoric monster living in a lake.
Look, everyone knows that Loch Ness is true, and that's why you go to Scotland to go see it. Stop.
To buy Loch Ness cat from your local souvenir shop.
Stop fucking
with our
fucking...
I would go to the Loch Ness. That sounds like fun, but I know that it's not real.
No,
selling that crap is at least 20% of Scotland's economy.
Exactly.
It's not real either.
Look, haggis. Look, you need to go and see the haggis and the Loch Ness monster because they are both little creatures.
Haggis.
One's a massive creature and one's the tiny little creature that runs about like a hedgehog type thing. Both of them exist.
they're farmed. They're wild farmed. They run around and they catch them in the wild.
See, he knows.
Yeah.
Right. The use of eDNA sampling. This was the interesting bit. Sampling is already well established as a tool for monitoring marine life like whales, sharks, and narwhals. Narwhal. Have you been leaving your DNA all over the fucking oceans and stuff?
Yeah. That's how your species survives.
Right. Right. Okay. Whether a creature
Not
moves.
to put a black light on the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, it's full of like nasty.
It literally is.
Sexy
That's how
stuff.
fish spawn. They just shoot their
know.
jizz everywhere.
Yeah. The ocean. That's maybe what the salty taste is. Oh, fucking hell. Because there's more fish in the ocean than there is in rivers and stuff. That's why the ocean's salty. So whatever moves through its environment, it leaves behind tiny fragments of DNA from skin, scales, feathers, fur, feces, urine, other things.
Anything, basically.
Yeah,
isn't it?
everything.
Anything that might be biological in nature and leaves DNA around.
This DNA can be captured, sequenced, and then used to identify that creature by comparing the sequence obtained to large bases of known genetic sequences from hundreds of thousands of different organisms. Said the spokesman, blah blah blah. Right, obviously, some university in New Zealand. The first written record of the monster relates to the Irish monk St. Columba. Yeah, I heard this, obviously, who said to have banished a water beast to the depths of the River Ness in the 6th century. The most famous picture of Nessie, known as the surgeon's photo, was taken in 1934 and showed a head on a long neck emerging from the water. It was revealed 60 years later to have been a hoax that used a sea monster model attached to a toy submarine. Nice.
I think everyone's probably seen that one.
Yeah, I've seen the picture and I knew about it being a hoax, and I heard about the Saint guy that he actually went and traveled around and did like a lot of stuff that like
he did.
I think people but I think like it's like historians believe that a lot of it was exaggerated.
Obviously.
Stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
Obviously.
Actually, what most people don't realise is that Bigfoot comes along the shoreline, and then he comes along, and Nessie comes up, and he pats her head, and then they go away again before anyone finds him.
Yeah.
And Bigfoot's he's not actually in America. He's roaming about Scottish Highlands.
He probably travels. Nessie is his pet.
I mean, he just happens to have a big ginger beard and wear tartan and drink iron brew.
Yeah.
It's the only difference.
It's the same with the haggis.
And he's mostly drunk.
Yeah, and it's the same with the haggis. They all pal about each other. The haggis, the Nessie.
What about the chupacabra?
That thing too.
That's some weird Mexican thing. We don't have that.
Yeah,
Get that straight out.
It's literally just like goat sucker that like drinks the blood of like farm animals and stuff.
Oh, that's the French.
Yeah. Countless unsuccessful attempts to track down the monster have been made in the years since. Notably in 2003,
what were they expecting?
when the BBC founded an extensive scientific search that used 600 sonar beams and satellite tracking to switch the full length of the rock.
I remember
this
this
too.
Like the
Yeah, so
biggest
did I.
waste of time.
No, it's taxpayers' money. It's fine.
License fee.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for obviously everybody owns a fucking television. Although technically it's not every person who pays it, it's just every household.
It's
Which
fine.
means if you have 1,000 people in your house, then you're saving money.
It's taxpayers' money. No one cares.
The Queen only pays for one television license for the entirety of Buckingham Palace, and she gets a discount for being over the age of 80.
Yeah.
No, because she's over 80, she gets a discount anyway, and probably
How old
because
is the Queen? Like 100 now?
She's getting there.
Yeah,
people keep on asking whether the Queen's gonna have to send a telegram to herself.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fucking good one. I like that. That's pretty funny. I do enjoy that one. That's the first time I've heard it, but that's pretty funny. Because the Queen usually says if you hit 100 in the UK, the Queen sends you a telegram, says, "Oh, yay, you're like 100 or whatever. Congratulations," or some pish. Anyway, let's get on with this. So I remember watching that BBC thing. That was quite interesting because the depth of the lot, it's fucking like quite a depth. I can't remember if I think they did scan the bottom of it, didn't they? I'm not sure. Can't remember, but I remember it being very deep. I remember it being very, very deep.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll be.
And the reason, the theories are of if there is something there, basically it got trapped because the lock could have been, or loch, the Scottish one, could have been open to the sea.
If you can't do it right, nobody's got a fucking chance.
Right. Could have been open to the sea at some point, and basically it got closed off and it got stuck. That's seemingly
almost certainly
the theory.
Because obviously that's basically how lakes form from.
Right.
Like obviously a body of water that was there and it's got trapped and now it's in a valley basically. That's a lake.
That's seemingly the theory behind it anyway. So sonar beams.
But that's just basically a geographical facts rather than theory. I mean, we don't know obviously how every single
talking about
one is created
of the monster thing. Like how would a monster be stuck there? How could it be in that place if there's no connection to anything? But
the point is obviously we know geology has changed over the years. It's like that's barely even. I mean, that's just like, well, of course that's possible.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. Just in case people don't know, because the most recent attempt.
They should go back to school.
Well, a lot of people fucking need.
Well,
to
yeah.
I mean, have you seen Twitter? Or just the internet? just the internet in general. I mean, fuck me. Actually, don't. The most recent attempt was 2 years ago when a high-tech marine drone found a monster, but not the one it was looking for. The discovery turned out to be a replica used in I remember this, the 1970s film The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, which sank nearly 50 years ago. I remember that. Okay, so
amazing.
They thought
I had no idea about this one.
No, they thought they had found the Loch Ness monster, right? They and they took it
was
up.
A fucking prop.
Right? No, they brought it up and it was a prop, basically. Yeah, and it was like, holy shit, we found it, and then it's like, nah. Oh, where did this come from? What the fuck is this doing here? Oh, it was a prop from that. They finally discovered where it actually come from. It was from a movie. The most recent attempt. I've read that. Which 50 years. It was down there. It shows you how deep this fucker is, though. Like.
Well, exactly. That's why people still say, "Oh, it's possible," because it is a really fucking large body of water.
It is. It's
not exactly the Pacific Ocean, but it's pretty fucking big.
It's for what it is. It's like it's a massive. What's that fucking thing in America? The big fucking chasm that got thingied by lakes. What was that? The Grand Canyon.
What do you mean the Grand Canyon?
It's sort of
Grand
got
Canyon
that in the middle
has
of
the
it.
Colorado. Well, the Grand Canyon has the Colorado River, which is really a very small river. But obviously it was obviously bigger at some point, and it's just cut through the whole thing. That's
right.
That's geological time and not much going on going on.
But this at the bottom of this lake, because I remember that BBC thing when they sonarred it. It has a big fucking big fucking thing in it,
chasm.
a big fucking chasm in the middle, and it goes along like the Grand Canyon, sort of like deep as fuck. So yeah,
probably some sort of fault line. Obviously, it's like
An ancient one, yeah.
Because I mean, basically, any time where you see more hilly or mountainous areas, like as soon as you get over a certain height, it's probably there's some major geological activity going on there.
Yeah, well, there's
pretty much
definitely has been, obviously. So I'll finish this article.
I mean, that's why there's it's like things like that. It's like why does Wales have so much fucking coal? It's like
right.
It's like all these little. I mean, the United Kingdom and the British Isles in general are quite interesting.
Scotland had a lot of coal as well.
We may be a small set of islands, but we've got some real interesting geology if you give a shit about rocks and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all hilly
it's
and
very
rocky.
It's incredibly diverse. We're a very diverse geological country.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into rocks and shit, I'm not.
Which you should be, obviously.
Right, I'm just into playing video games and staying in my house and getting bashed.
Gonna have to find some sort of geologist simulator for you in that case.
That would be boring as shit.
It's like it would be like Pokemon, but it's you have to collect all the different types of.
I don't like Pokemons. I've never been into the Pokemons.
This is Rockymon.
Right, Rockymon. No,
gotta chip them all. Gotta chip them all off very carefully from the source material and put them in a small bag.
I bet
and analyse them under a microscope later.
A VR game might be okay doing that though, like because then you could do it in 3D and move it about your hands and, like, do you know what I mean?
Very careful chipping.
Yeah.
You want a nice small slice of silica.
And go, oh, there's a dinosaur's dick. Look how small it was. Or something.
Unlikely, since obviously only bones fossilise unless they had a massive bone.
It is a bone,
like a dog.
Look, why do you think it's called a boner?
Because it's like a bone, but it isn't. It's flesh. It's blood. It's blood pumped into a sack.
I know. I was
like
pretty good at biology back in the day. I was just making a joke. God damn it! Why?
No, well, because I'm undermining your joke. I know what I'm doing.
You're a prick. Anyway, so this guy's team, which comprises of scientists from Britain, Denmark, the United States, Australia, France, fuck off Frenchies, is keen to stress the expedition is more than just a monster hunt. Well,
I believe that man is Gemmel.
Right.
Gemmels. I would go with Gemmel.
Gemmel. Gemmel.
Gemmel.
Gemmel.
Well, you got Gem, and then it's Mel. Gemmel. I would go with Gemmel.
Gemmel.
Gemmel. Fuck it. No, okay, whatever. You say your stupid Scottish things.
Oh, this is why I do this. While the prospect of looking for evidence of the Loch Ness Monster is the hook to this project, basically it's how we got paid for this. That's what it means. This is how we raised money. We're looking for a Loch Ness Monster. We're not really. We just wanted paid for this to actually do it.
This is like this is what people did before Kickstarter was a thing.
Yeah. There is an extraordinary amount of new knowledge that we will gain from the work about organisms that inhabit Loch Ness, he said on the university website. He predicts they will document new species of life, particularly bacteria, and will provide important data on the extent of several new invasive species recently seen in the loch, such as the Pacific pink salmon. Well, why the fuck is there Pacific pink salmon in the loch?
Well, somebody would have had to have fucking let it in, right?
Right.
Obviously there's someone salmon farming somewhere, and
then
I don't know, dumped a fucking salmon in there, and now it's fucked everything up. How else could it possibly have happened?
I don't know. Maybe it was linked to the Pacific
it's not like
at some point.
I mean, salmon are known for jumping up water, but I don't think they do that over large swathes of land.
No, but maybe at some point there was salmon, and before it closed, they got in I don't know.
Right, but no, Cap, it wouldn't be an invasive species. The whole point of it being an invasive species means that there's a whole ecology there.
Did I say
and then some other shit comes along.
Did I say an invasive species?
It is. That's what the article says.
All right. Did I? I don't know if I read that.
You must have missed the context there.
Yes. Several new invasive. Right. Recently seen. Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense because arseholes are arseholes and they dump shit That's why Australia have that thing to stop things getting in.
Well, the border control.
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
Their findings are expected to be presented in
endless
January
fucking episodes of border control on PIC on fucking Sundays. I've seen enough of them.
Yeah. Anyway, so 2019 they're going to do this thing, and it sounds interesting though, because like scanning for DNA in the water.
Yeah, but nothing actually is doing. They're not like.
No, of course
they're not. Like, oh, we're gonna find Loch Ness because all of them know Loch Ness isn't fucking there.
Yeah.
But we'll say it because it'll get some media coverage for actually important scientific research.
Yeah, pretty much, and it gets us more money, maybe more donators, because there's retards that'll be like, I've got loads of money here, I'll throw it at you, find the Loch Ness monster, because. Retards, basically. They have no intention of finding the monster at all. It's just like, it's the hook. It's basically the little shit bit that you put in there to grab people's attention and go, we can, if you give us money.
It's scientists learning to clickbait.
Yeah, that. Right, so...
Start worrying. These are people who do proper things.
Yeah. So if you want... you can say bye-bye to YouTube. She's not getting the chance because she fucked off. So we're going to say bye-bye to YouTube. And we're still live on Aerith Radio.
Kill yourselves, everyone on YouTube, and then resurrect yourselves on Aerith Radio.
Yeah, or just, as you should have been. You should have just been listening to the radio in the first place.
Miss out the death part. Miss out the death part if you want. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, it's your life or death. You do what you like with it. It's not my concern.
Right, so aerithradio.co.uk. Come on, people, go in there, click the links, look at shit, maybe donate the PayPals or the patrons.
You're Scottish. They have. You haven't been to Scotland. I have. It's like a nuclear wasteland. It's like people are just crawling around on the floor, scrounging for money. This cat is in a lucky position.
It's why we drink so much.
He's got access to an internet server.
Yeah, I stole it. I hacked it. I hack it.
He uses the heat off the CPU to keep warm at night.
Actually, that's nearly fucking true. Honestly, like but it's the graphics card. It's not the CPU. CPU's fine. As I put on a game, it's like it's actually really hot in here right now. It's fucking roasting because graphics. Anyway, right, bye YouTube. See ya on the next show or the cat game as well. But aerithradio.co.uk, we're still live. There we go. Done.